Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So this one's going to be a bit interesting. I know the background's very different to what you're normally used to. I'm currently in Spain in this beautiful villa right now. But what I wanted to make this video about is the biggest myths in sales that are stopping you from getting started or making money as well, okay? And these are all stuff that I believed myself when I was first starting out, and if I kept believing them, I wouldn't have made the money I've made or be able to do things like this, like go to Spain, book a one-way ticket and just live the life that I want, okay? So for those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Aidan Kolinsky. I am 21 years old. I have been in the appointment setting space for about 2 years. I've worked with Charlie Morgan, William Brown and several other clients. I've generated roughly $1 million online and seen 6 figures of that for myself. And now this whole purpose of the channel is to help you guys change your life in the exact same way. So the first one that I want to cover is you need to have experience to land a good role within sales. Now it makes sense, like obviously it's going to help a lot if you do have experience, but it's not the be all or end all. Let me give you a story. When I first started in appointment setting, I was working at a retail job, making about $1,000 a month, and I was cripplingly shy, couldn't look people in the eyes, and I couldn't really string a sentence together. I was so awkward and introverted, you wouldn't ever expect someone like that to get into sales. I found sales with no experience, and within a month I was making triple my job wage, which is about $3,000 a month from my phone with appointment setting, okay? So I don't believe anybody that says you have to have experience to land a good role, because I landed a good role with no experience, right? Because with appointment setting or with like basic level sales positions, which I recommend everyone to start with anyway, because you guys aim too big, you think I want to make 20k a month, 30k a month, you can get there down the line. But a basic level sales role that you start off in, you can easily make 2, 3, 4k a month and replace your job income, and that's what I did. But it's just cripplingly untrue, right? I've done it myself. I'm telling you as someone that has literally been in this scenario. The belief of having to have experience to land a good sales role is a complete lie, and if you keep believing it, then you'll make it a fact, okay? That will be your reality. The fact that to land a good sales role means you have to have experience. That will be your reality if you believe it, okay? Trust me, telling you as someone that's done it myself, it's not true. Again, I worked at a retail job, had no experience, got into setting, made 3k a month, allowed me to quit my job, and then built off the back of that, and then you can always sell something for more money later on. You can always get a better position later on, okay? So that's number one. Number two is that you need to be extroverted. Another lie, okay? And again, I'll give you another story. When I was working at a retail job, I was cripplingly introverted. Again, I couldn't really look people in the eyes, couldn't string a sentence together. Insert introverted emotion here, right? I still am an introvert to this day, and I've still managed to have a very successful career within sales and appointment setting in general as a complete introvert. You don't need to be an extrovert to sell. Everyone's got this wrong idea and watched too many films of these loud and obnoxious salesmen that they now think that to be successful with it, you have to be an extrovert. You don't, okay? I know several introverts that are really good salesmen. I myself am an introvert that has been successful with sales. So I don't believe anybody that says you have to be extroverted, because again, I've done it myself, and that's what should motivate you. If someone like me can do it, then you can too, okay? So you do not need to be extroverted. Number 3 is follow-ups make you look desperate, right? So for example, let's say with appointment setting, let's say for example, you are speaking to an interested prospect. They say, oh, okay, let me book in a call. They say, okay, let me book a call now. I'm just busy at the gym. I'll do it later on tonight. A follow-up would be like, okay, so this guy is engaged. Let me follow up because the conversation kind of went a bit dead or he was busy. Let me follow up again to remind him and give him that nudge to book the appointment, okay? Most people are scared to do follow-ups because they think it makes you look desperate. Now, here's the thing, right? They do look desperate only to the wrong prospect. Normally, prospects will appreciate you following up, okay? And ideally, you don't want to be working with someone that thinks you following up is desperate. If you are following up with someone and they think you're desperate for it, that's not a client you want anyway. So do not worry about it, okay? Follow-ups do not make you look desperate, and if they do, it's only to the wrong person, so it's actually doing you a favour and cutting out all of the crap and not having to work with crap clients, okay? So follow-ups aren't making you desperate. They're actually where a lot of the money is, typically in an appointment setting, okay? A lot of the appointments that I book with people don't come from the first message, it comes from the 5th follow-up. Number 4. Objections mean they aren't interested. Again, that's another untrue one. Not always, okay? Usually it's because they need reassurance or clarity, okay? Just because someone says I need to think about it, or I'm not sure if it's the right time right now, doesn't mean that they're not interested, okay? Sometimes people are unsure, but they're not confident enough to say I'm unsure about X, Y, Z, right? And they use it as a smokescreen to kind of get out of telling you the truth. A lot of the time they are interested, they just don't really have the belief in themselves, or they haven't done that kind of thing before, they're new to the space, investing in themselves is new, like you get the point, right? So Objections really is just for an opportunity to give them reassurance and clarity, and objections doesn't always mean disinterest. Okay, again, most of the sales calls that people get on, I'd say honestly like 80-90% of them have objections. Okay, so it's completely normal, and if someone gives you, like, you're not going to get on a sales call every single time and close them straight away with no objections. It's just a natural thing of life. Okay, objections are just one of those things in sales, and it's not something that you should think like, you know, if I get this objection, it means that my product's crap or it doesn't work. No, it just means it's an objection, right? It's the name of the game. That's just sales. Okay, so number 5, you're either good or you're not. Again, another untrue one. Again, because like I said, when I first started, introvert, no experience, shy, couldn't look people in the eyes. I was terrible when I first started out. Now I'm good. Now I'm decent. Now I make good money with it. Okay, so I went from someone who was crap to someone who is now good. Okay, so I've done that transformation. So if I've done it, you can as well. You do not need to be good to start with. Absolutely, it helps. You are born. Some people are born just good at it, but if you're not born good at it, you can mold yourself into being good at it as well. Okay, so don't let that limited belief stop you. Another one, right? Number 6, cold calling / cold outreach doesn't work. Yes, it does. Now the reason why I'm so passionate about that and so convinced is because my entire sales career within appointment setting, most of my success has been built off the back of cold calling and cold outreach. So anybody that tells me it doesn't work, you're wrong. It does work. Okay, it's just a numbers game. If you've got a system that works, right, then it's just a numbers game. Okay, example, like you're going to call 100 people and you're going to get a lot of people telling you to F off, but you'll get a few people that will book an appointment and buy your product, and that's all you need to make a good business. Okay, so cold outreach and cold calling does work. Don't let that stop you either, right? Now the last one, number 7, you have to be pushy to succeed, right? Wrong again. You can be ethical salesman and still succeed. You've been watching too many movies, right? You do not need to be pushy. You don't need to be slimy. You don't need to be sleazy, right? You've been watching too many films, and you've watched The Wolf of Wall Street too many times as well, right? You do not need to be sleazy. You can be ethical, and you can still make money, okay? You need to get that idea out of your head, because that is stopping you. Right, so that's it for this video. Very quick one. It's also getting a bit dark here. I'm not sure if you can still see me. But if you guys want to learn how to get into appointment setting and change your life in the same way that I did, and be able to live like this, and live in this lovely Spanish mansion, right, on a random Wednesday or Thursday, what is it? Just random day in September, right? If you want to live like that, get out of your dead-end job, make money from your phone, and change your life in the exact same way that I did with my personal help, and not make any of the mistakes that I did as well when I first started, it's going to be a link down in the description running you through how I can help. Click it, and you'll learn more. But full transparency, it is designed to try and sell you something. So when you click it, I will be trying to sell you something. So if you don't want to be sold to, then don't click it. But if you are serious about making this work, click it and we can have a chat, and I can help you change your life too.